Because you're going to miss my babbling.
You're still babbling?
Yes, I'm still babbling.
Okay. Babble mode. Babble, rabble. Rabble, rabble. Rabble, rabble.
Step together and slide. And slide to the left.
Come on. Come on, computer. Work with me here. 2 of them are live so far now. Now waiting for the third one. Come on. Third. Come on. Come on. Go live. And we're live. Yay! Ain't that great?
Step there inside.
We
Slide to your
are live.
left.
Anyways, so, good evening, people. It's Fearless Friday. Fearless Friday.
It's kind of Nigel Friday.
You know it's not. It's Fearless Friday. Don't mind the teenage girl. Hey, Alicia. Kind of running late tonight. It was kind of a crazy.
Someone had a sugar crash.
Yeah, we kind of had a sugar crash. You know, we attacked some sugar things. Probably not a good thing, but, you know.
I had 20 sweets.
I had too many sweets. But you know what? We were writhing in pain together. So, yep. Anyways. And you know what? That brought some clarity because, well, today is kindness day. You know, it's not just to others, but to yourself. And to be honest, sugar crashing yourself is definitely not kindness. I mean, I just was at the doctor's the other day, and it's one of those things that, you know, I've lost so much weight that I haven't been this low since before my mother passed away.
I was having a sugar crash day, and I was on the floor laughing hysterical for 5 minutes and about to puke, crying my eyes out. I have it on video.
Wow. And here I am, you know, going through my little addiction crash.
What's your addiction crash?
Chocolate.
Yeah, me too, though.
And scarfed down a whole bunch of brownies and chocolate chip cookies and a couple Nutter Butters. So,
and
yeah.
This stuff was literally mine, and he thought I gave it to him to eat.
Oops. Well, you hand me this.
I said hold.
No, you said, I got you some stuff, Dad, and you hand me this whole tray of cookies.
It wasn't even a tray, it was a tiny bowl. No, Dad, I will show you my lunch tonight.
And we won't even talk about the powdered donuts that were inside the other container.
That was my first plate. I had 3 plates.
Jesus Christ.
I had maybe 4 strawberries.
Wow.
That was, yeah.
Anyways.
On top of 20 Cokes. They're all
anyways, the clarity, I wasn't kind to myself tonight. I wasn't kind at all.
$2? $2?
That's not $2. That's $3.
Oh my God, basically. Is that a good set for me to take to school to use?
I guess so. If you need somewhere, you know. But, you know, the interesting thing is, well, clarity is kindness. And it's not just to others, but it's to ourselves. Because every time we get clear, we stop giving fear places to hide. You stop giving doubt places to negotiate. You stop giving confusion places to drain your energy. Now, I was actually working on earlier today my second speak, because I'm speaking twice in Atlanta, as I found out today. And so it's like, oh wow, 2 weeks, huh? I guess I got to build a second keynote for that second time I'm speaking in Atlanta. And so it's like, all right, I know which one we're going to do. We're going to go with, I think the title is Commanding the Chaos. Oh, what do you think? Commanding the Chaos? Anybody? What do you think? You like that?
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how it's cheaper on here without Walmart Plus, and it's literally $7 more in here. I thought you had Walmart Plus, Dad.
I do.
Why is it? Can you?
No, I can't. I'm doing something.
I need to.
I'm going to kick you out in a minute.
Don't kick me out.
So, commanding the chaos? Because I'm going to have to command that bad boy. We're going to have to whip it in shape tonight.
I'm gonna whip you in shape.
So, anyways, either way, we got to stop giving confusion to places that drain our energy. No comments from the peanut gallery. Anyways, I want to talk about the people that are caring too much, thinking too much, second guessing too much. You know who you are. I'm one of them, I admit. Because there are people who've been trying to be everything to everyone while quietly losing themselves in the process. The people who have been strong for so long that they forgot what it feels like to breathe. I mean, I'm not afraid to raise my hand. I admit, I'm one of them people. Heck, I just got accused of begging people for money. What? Yeah, because I posted up there GoFundMe for the WoW stuff.
I beg people for money, and I'm proud of it.
And I'm like, I'm going to be totally honest, all right? All right, so yes, all right, we're going to side quest here. We're going to side quest. All right, so yes, I am starting a movement. I'm starting the WoW with Obit movement. I'm starting a WoW University. All right, it's an educational thing. I'm actually got a 501c3 that I've already applied for, and a whole night. It's a nonprofit organization that people can try and donate to and write it off on their taxes. Corporations can donate to it, and the whole 9 yards. It's going to be an educational foundation for helping people overcome grief, trauma, help people learn, help people grow. It's going to be a whole onslaught. We've got 5 pillars of education inside there. And the Stormwalker Outpost is a retreat that's going to be basically there. It's a place for us to try and let people come and spend the weekend, work on whole entire events and planning.
Wait, at the house?
And, no, not at the house, on the campground part of it.
Close enough.
And the whole 9 yards. And so while I do have money for it,
you don't have money.
I don't have all the money for it.
You have nothing.
Shut up. You're going to piss me off. Anyways, I don't have all the money for it. I mean, we're talking $300,000. It's not, not something I'm going to pull out of my socks in my bottom of my dresser drawers. And so it's one of those things like, well, you know what? Of all the years I've tried and been out there helping people, I can count at least 100 people, name off 100 people right now, where they've asked me, hey, you got $10 to borrow? Sure, no problem. Here, $20. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Hey, can you give me a ride to wherever? Yeah, sure, I'll give you a ride. Don't worry about giving me gas money. I'll take care of you. And so I decided, well, you know what? Here's an opportunity for people that I've known to throw money at me if they want to. And so I set up a GoFund. It's going into the corporation, so it's not actually going to me. It's going into the corporation to go towards the land. And it's like, you can post it anonymously. And I was accused of begging. I'm not begging. If you want to, go for it. If you're not, I ain't worried about it. It's going to happen with or without people throwing money at me. But the point is I was just saying that if there are people out there that actually wanted to, here's a chance to help. Because, well, I could use it. I mean, the times are tight right now. But anyways, and that's the thing. That's what I was talking about, clarity. There are a lot of people out there carrying so much going on in their life that they try and take care of everybody's problems. They try and be something that they're not. They try and do something for everybody while they lose themselves in the process. And it's not about being loud about who you are. It's about being certain who you are. And really?
Good boy, cat.
Yeah, I know, ain't it? And you know what? Clarity is the way to certainty. Because, well, you know what? Clarity is a kindness because it removes the fog that you've been trying to navigate. Because, see, when you have that fog going on in your head about what to do, how you're going to do it, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, how are you going to do it, who are you going to do it with, it makes you slow down. It makes you hesitate. It makes you question your own instincts. But that clarity actually gives you permission to step up and move. Yeah, and I'm going to try and throw it out there with that wow arc. All right, withstand. See, you're surviving the confusion. When my house burnt down, we're going to talk about confusion. I was confused. I had no clue where I was, what I was going to do, how I was going to try and deal with it. I had literally no clothes. My keys were inside the house for the car, so I didn't even have a car.
Wait, so how'd you get in the car? You told me.
I didn't get in the car.
You told me that the night of it, you got in the car and
'Cause I
the
kept the
cats are outside.
Because I kept the car doors unlocked.
You told me that you got in, started the car, and the cats were in the back.
No, that was after I went back to the house after the house fire.
Oh.
When I went back there to try and get some stuff out, I left the car running because it was like in January when I went out there. And I went out there and I left the car running, let the car doors open. I'm literally going through the basement where everything fell in the basement. And I climbed down in the basement. I was going through this stuff, trying to pull stuff. Hey, Faith. And so I was in the basement trying to pull stuff up out of the basement that I could salvage. And when I, putting the stuff in the car, and that's when the cats were in the car, you know, after I got a new set of car keys. But yeah, the night of the fire, I had no clothes. I was in my pajama shorts, no shoes, no clothes, no whatever. All right. And talk about total confusion. I didn't even know where I was going. It was my employee's husband that said, hey, you guys, you can stay with us tonight. And I ended up sleeping on their couch for almost a month while I ended up building an apartment in back of my business. And during that month, I was confused about where I was going to go, what I was going to do. Am I going to rebuild? Am I going to this? Am I going to that? Well, I really didn't know. And I'm sure when you've gone through your medical problems, when you've gone through that bankruptcy, when you've gone through that first couple weeks of school, of going back to school, when you've gone through that job loss, you've been there. You've had that confusion. You've had those mixed signals of, or the breakups of, I don't know what's going to happen. Is she going to take me back? Is he going to take me back? Am I going to be able to do good schooling? Am I going to be able to handle the school classes? Am I going to be able to work and do school at the same time? Am I going to be able to try and find another job after this? Am I going to be able to start this business? Am I going to be able to afford payroll? Am I going to be able to still work while going through chemotherapy? See, you've survived those lessons. You've survived those confusion moments. You've survived that chaos. And how did you do it? You took responsibility. You chose a direction. You stopped waiting for permission. You stopped waiting for someone to validate where you're going to go. You owned your moment. You owned your situation. You owned your story. And that was what made you a winner. And you didn't even know at that time. Because you won by moving with intention. You moved with direction. You moved with clarity. And see, that's why I say clarity is a kindness. Clarity helped you win. Clarity helped you overcome the survival confusion mode. Clarity helped you own and take responsibility of your actions. Clarity helped make you become the winner you are. It helped you deal with that indecision. It helped you deal with that self-inflicted chaos. It helped you with that indecision and that emotional turbulence. Because when you get clear, you actually stop bleeding energy. And we're going to talk about that for a minute, because when you bleed energy, you're actually not just bleeding energy. You're wasting time. All right. Now, I actually joke. I actually have a name for some people out there. I call them time wasters. And I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. There are people in your life that really have no real purpose other than just walk around and time waste you. They will get into a conversation with you and they will just talk about anything just to talk. And they will suck the energy right out of you. You lose hours replaying conversations, replaying choices, replaying fears. And while, long story short, when you get clarity, yeah, exactly, energy vampires. All right, time wasters, energy vampires. Yeah, same concept. Huh?
Excuse me.
Okay, same concept. And what happens is you lose time. And while I don't mean to sound bad to anybody, but we only have a certain amount of time here on this planet. I don't want to, how do I put this? We're only, if we're lucky, we get 70 to 90 Christmases. Well, I've already celebrated 53 of them. So I'm going to leave it at that. How many Christmases have you celebrated so far? You don't have to answer, but we got to try and focus on our future here. We got to start building that momentum. We got to stop worrying about replaying those old conversations, those old choices, those old fears, because they're not really helping us for our future. We got to build that momentum to start something. We got to build that momentum to stop something. Stop the energy vampires, stop the time wasters, and start focusing on our dreams. Start focusing on our goals. Start focusing on the little steps and the habits that we need to take to restart where we're going. And another thing that the cost of confusion it has is our identity. Because when we lose our clarity, we forget who we are, because we're trying to be what others expect us to be. We lose ourselves. And there's an old quote that a friend to everyone is a friend to no one. Because in all essence, you can't please everybody all the time. Because even if you please everybody all the time, you are now officially not pleasing yourself. And yourself is the number one. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. You gotta do what's best for you. And building that clarity for yourself, you have to do it. You have to clear that fog. You have to have the last thing that confusion takes away from you. Confusion takes your courage. When confusion takes your courage, you hesitate on doing things. You hesitate on taking those steps on going back to school. You hesitate on going to those doctor's appointments.
What just happened?
Who are you going to call, Kat? Really? Kat's over here laying on a phone. No.
Is that what
Stop.
happened?
Yeah. Kat's over here pushing my buttons.
Why are you surprised?
See, when confusion, the cost of confusion takes your time. The cost of confusion takes your momentum. The cost of confusion takes your identity. The cost of confusion takes your courage. And that courage takes you from hesitating. Hesitating on going back to school, hesitating on starting that business, hesitating on setting those boundaries with the people that you need to set them with, hesitating on looking for that new job that you want, hesitating on asking that person that you've always dreamed of, hesitating on writing that book that you've always thought about, hesitating on taking the steps to do something different. So you see, confusion is not neutral. It's expensive. It's very expensive. It will drain you. It is the ultimate energy vampire, as faith over fear, has John said earlier. Is it faith over fear? Faith over addiction. Sorry. Said earlier. Energy vampires. Because see, most people aren't confused because they don't know the answer. They're confused because they don't want to face the answer. Ouch! Did that hurt or what? Yeah, it does. It's a truth. It's a truth bomb. People are confused because they don't want to face the answer. Because clarity requires honesty. Clarity requires courage. Clarity requires commitment. And not everybody out there wants to know the honest to God truth. What is it? That one scene in Jack Nicholson. He's in the one movie. Whereas, you want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
I'm going to cough on you.
And that's actually the truth. That's actually the honest to God truth on that one. People want the comfortable lies, that they don't want the actual truth. They don't want the honesty that's behind it. They just want to live their happy, comfortable life and not realize that it's actually killing them, killing their dreams. Whereas clarity gives you that honesty. Clarity gives you the courage to stand up. Clarity gives you the courage to be committed to your dreams, be committed to your legacy, be committed to your family, be committed to your business, be committed to your health, be committed to your goals and your ambitions and your movement. That's why Fearless Friday matters so much today. It's the day you stop lying to yourself about what you want. That's why I named every day of the week. Because every day of the week is a different lesson. Every day of the week, you got your Motivational Monday. To get started, it's the first day of the week. You got to get started. Testify Tuesday, you gotta let people know what you're gonna do. Hernie, are you okay? I see you popping in and out of here, man. Are you okay? Thank you for joining me, man. Thank you. And Testify Tuesday is a day that you try and stand up for yourself and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Then we have Wow Wednesday. Wow Wednesday is just a celebration of life, as far as I'm concerned. That's just a day that's just, you're supposed to try to just, just wow it. Celebrate your wins. Wow Wednesday is it should be, what our wins are. Yeah, there you go. Stop calling people. Stop it.
He's just a cat. He
Yeah.
doesn't know any better.
Yeah, well, he's over here calling people.
Probably trying to call his friends.
Actually, he's hitting the star key.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe he's giving me 2 stars so far. Oh, what do you think? Do I got 2 stars so far? Anyways, then we got Throwdown Thursday. Throwdown Thursday is the day that you just gotta push that extra hard because the weekend is coming. Because Fearless Friday is a day that you stop lying to yourself about what you want out of life and you go for it. Because Stand Fast Saturday, Stand Fast Saturday is a day that we celebrate our wins and we keep going. And well, yeah, in time, he's going to call 911 on me sooner or later. And then there's Soul Fire Sunday, and whatever God you believe in, Soul Fire Sunday is important. You gotta give it back. You gotta give it back, to whatever God you believe in, or whatever theology you believe in, or whatever spiritual realm you believe in. You gotta give it back. So I set up these days to try and be like this, to help people overcome, to help people stay motivated throughout the week, to help people get that clarity. Because you know what? The number one way to command our chaos, to beat and get the clarity we need, is my 3 A's, the triple A method. I actually came up with this the other night when I was reading. I couldn't fall asleep, so I was reading a book and I was like, I like this. I like this a lot. And so I wrote down the notes and I tried and threw that in AI, and I'm like, how can I throw this into my talks? And so I'm working on this. So this is fresh material right now. All right, you're the first one to hear about my 3 A's, my triple A. How should I say, triple A or 3A? The 3A method, triple A method, triple A method, triple A method going once, triple A method going twice, triple A method going 3 times. Come on, 3 times. Anybody? 3 times.
Wait, what was the triple method?
Which sounds better, 3A or triple A? Triple A. All right, 3 times. All right. So the triple A, we got to deal with the assess. And we're not talking about, your rumperoni. We're talking about assess. Assess what's real, not what you fear. See, there's a big difference. When people fear, the meaning behind fear, some people, it means is false evidence appearing real. All right. And what that means is that most fearful people, all right, AAA times 4. Thank you, Alicia. And so what happens is most people fear because they have a very vivid imagination. Fearful people are very smart. They are just pure geniuses in their own mind, because they will analyze things and they will try and assume things and be afraid of things and imagine things going to the worst. And it builds that fear so much. Now, if they were to change that mindset from being afraid to what if it goes wrong, change it from what if it goes wrong to what if it goes right. Ah. Instead of what if I lose my business and I go bankrupt too? What if my business takes off and I become a millionaire? Ooh. What if I, what if I fail out of nursing school to what if I pass nursing school and I end up going to doctor school?
Doctor school? It's called med school.
Med school, doctor school, whatever.
2 different things.
That's why I'm not a doctor. At least I got the handwriting right from my mother.
Is that who I got the handwriting from?
No, you got the handwriting because I didn't make you try and handwrite properly when you were a kid.
Yes, you did. You made me do handwriting homework. You made me do like 2 sheets a day.
Well, then I'm a good father.
No, because I still have bad handwriting.
Well, then that's good. Then I'm a bad father because I didn't punish you and make you do 4 sheets a day.
Maybe it's because I'm meant to be a doctor.
You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's in your genes. Anyways, but see, most fearful people, they fear the worst with their imagination, which is supersonically brilliant. Now, if they could try and take that and change it around, instead of fearing the worst, fear the best.
I ordered my school stuff. It'll be here tomorrow and Sunday.
What if they succeed? And that's the cool thing. But you know what? The first part of the AAA, assess the situation, not what you fear, not what you assume, and not what you hope for, but what is real. Not what could be, what may be, not theoretically be, but what is physically real.
Oopsie.
Because the moment you assess the situation, you stop dramatizing the problem. Ooh, did I say dramatizing? Did we just take the drama out of the chaos? Woo!
How much is AA?
AA?
Yeah.
What's AA?
I don't know. But it went from trillion to AA.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You're supposed to be smart.
All I know from AA is Addictions Anonymous.
You know? I thought it was Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah, well.
Close enough.
Close enough. See, when you assess the situation, the moment you assess the situation, you take the drama out of the chaos, and the problems start defining itself. And you're able to see what is real and what is not real. And then that's when you are actually able to anchor in. Anchor. So we got assess, anchor. Anchoring is when you choose the priority. Now you know what's going on. Now you could sit there and choose what's most important. Oh, gee, look, we got 3 bills due this month. We got the electric bill, the gas bill, the phone bill, and the mortgage.
That's 4.
Yeah, exactly. See, I threw our own chaos in there. I'm like, well, let's see here. Which one is most important? Well, if we pay the phone bill, we can still go to work. So therefore, we can always still live in the dark. But the gas bill, it's going to be a cold shower. So we gotta assess which ones we got to deal with first.
Phone, mortgage, electric, gas.
Exactly. So it'd be phone, mortgage. You always got to have a roof over your house. So you got your phone so you can go to work. Then you got your mortgage so you have a roof over your house. You can always try and live off of electric and gas without electric and gas. Trust me, in my early 20s, I did. I had the house and I had the phone. But that was in my 20s. And so you're able to anchor. You're able to choose the priority on what's important. especially when you're wanting to choose where you want to go. Because see, in a book called The Richest Man in Babylon, a good book, I suggest reading it. I don't get any plugs for it.
What are plugs?
Residuals. Money. I don't get affiliate
Like a
compensation.
sponsor?
Yeah, I don't get that. Although I should. I really should, because that really is a good book.
Someone's making you read it right now.
You know, The Richest Man in Babylon. In there, it talks about if you're going for a trip, what are you going to take for that trip? Are you going to take luxury items like pictures and frames and your favorite couch? Or are you going to take food and clothing?
Wait, for what?
If you're going on a backpacking trip.
Oh, food and clothing.
Exactly. Plan the mission accordingly. Where are you going? What do you want to do with your life? If you're wanting to try and have a nice rich house, then do you really want to try and buy all the stuff for the house now, or do you want to try and make sure you get the house first?
Wait, what? I'm half listening. I'm listening as house and house first.
If you're on a mission to go and buy a house, do you want to try and get the house first, then buy the stuff for it? Or do you want to buy all the stuff before you get the house? That way you have to move everything into the house and carry it all to the house. Or would you rather buy the house first? That way you carry it. That way you add it to the house later.
House first?
Exactly. When you go on a camping trip or when you go on a trip, walking trip, are you going to try and carry your bed with you? Or are you just going to carry your food and your water that you need?
Food.
Exactly. You carry what you need. You choose the mission appropriately and you take what you need. So you anchor in on your priorities. You anchor in on the mission that you're going on. And then you anchor in on choosing the identity that you want to lead with. You choose on the identity you want people to see you as. Do you want people to see you as some sort of fluffernutter? You know, some whatever some sort of random NPC that floats around in GTA that just walks around aimlessly, or walk with somebody with a purpose. Because when you anchor, you actually stop drifting. You proceed with a purpose. And finally, when you anchor, you can finally act. And when you act, that's when you take that step. That's when you take that next step in clarity. You perform that motion, that you take that courage and you move forward. Because that action is clarity in motion. That action is courage with direction. That action is the moment that your future stops waiting and starts forming. Because every time you act, you take one step closer towards your future, one step closer towards your dreams, one step closer towards your goals, one step closer towards what you say you want out of life. And that's where we look back at the anchor and assess. When you assess what you want out of life, when you assess what you're afraid of, you can get rid of the things you're afraid of because they're not important. And you anchor on the things that are important. You focus on the mission at hand, and then you act. You focus on your action towards those things. And if you are taking steps towards the things that you're afraid of that have no purpose towards your mission, you're walking away from your purpose. Whereas if you are actually taking care and focusing on your mission, on the priorities that in your life, and you're walking towards them with the real fears that you should have, then you are actually moving towards your future. You're building your future. You're walking closer towards it. And that clarity becomes easier when you follow that. Because you are able to reveal the truth. You're able to eliminate that noise, and you're able to position yourself to win. Now, I want you to try and as we close out for tonight, I want you to think about this tonight as you're going to sleep. What am I avoiding? What am I pretending not to know? What decision would make everything else easier for me? And what clarity would give me the courage right now? Because see, Fearless Friday is your checkpoint. We've got all weekend to try to focus on our fears, to overcome them, to stand up to them, to realize that, hey, you know what? Fears is where we actually should just face everything and rise. Because this is our weekly recalibration. This is the moment that we stop drifting and we start deciding. This is the moment that clarity is kindness. Kindness to your future. Kindness to your mission. Kindness to your identity. Because when you get clear, you get courageous. When you get courageous, you get consistent. When you get consistent, you get unstoppable. Because, well, if you need more, you can join my free community. Look at my bio. You can go to start.wowwithobit.com. It's a free community. You can go there, join. It's free. There's courses in there you can take to help overcome your fear, your anger management, your depression. What the heck was that?
My butt hurts.
Oh.
Stop judging.
There's, you can go to my bio and you can try and join the free community. All right. You can also buy merch there if you want. I need to add those keychains because I'm getting a lot of people asking for keychains, and I need to get them on the website, and I haven't done it yet. I apologize. And but I got the cool shirts up there. I mean, we just listed a total of. I mean, I did a quick inventory. I've got 1,200 items on the website now. I'm like, wow.
1,200. I thought you only had like 20.
Nope, 1,200 officially. My AI has been busy and, posting stuff for me.
Guys, Walmart has 5 seconds of summer stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, go to my bio if you need more, if you want some more, one-on-one, if you want, whatever. You go to my bio, join the free Skool community. Yeah, take a look at it. Because you know what? You've withstood more than people know. You've owned more than people seen. Now it's time to win in a way that nobody can ignore. It's time to step up, get the clarity that you need. It's time to start giving yourself some kindness. It's time to make your next move your loudest one yet. Good night, everybody. I love you all. Thank you for joining.